today is the community-wide decorating days.
Give me a drill.
We are decorating floats that are made out of red wagons for the pomp and parade for the red, white, and blue to do. We started this event in preparation for 2026.
We've had a lot of very inspirational, fun things.
All men are created equal.
The historic district partners all got together and started planning.
Family, freedom.
And we were lucky to debut the event last year in the idea that we would be building throughout the next couple of years so that in 2026 it's spectacular.
It's from one end of this continent to the other.
So maybe every, 6 inches?
I'm Todd Markacci, parade producer. I should say parade dude. Last year was the first year for this parade. Backstory on all this, when Amy Needle first came to me, I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I said, I used to do this in my backyard. My cousins and I we used to build floats on red wagons, and especially during the bicentennial back in 1976. And that's why this project is super special to me.
These are gonna go in here too, and we'll put more shebang.
I've almost done at this point in my lifetime 200 parades. So it's a matter of the pre-planning. That's the important part. We sat down a month and a half ago in a room for 4 hours in DC and literally mapped out every one of these floats. So it's really cool. We have the volunteer program where people come in and volunteer their time to do things.
Everyone's decorating, whether it's putting together pipe cleaner fireworks.
It's a good one. It's your spirit.
Making a float that's Hands Across America, making a Betsy Ross float, making a Carpenter's Hall float, making an Independence Hall float, and we'll also have a float of all the states.
That's just Beef Fest and okay.
Then you have to figure out all the square footage. How much cranberry covers a square foot? How much quinoa covers a square foot? We took our first step and route in taking on some of the concepts of how the Tournament of Roses does their parades with natural product.
We're working on the windows for the Betsy Ross house that's here behind us.
This is black rice, one rice kernel at a time to do the frame of the windows.
This is crushed rice and crushed risotto.
Picking just the right one to make the line and to fit in the spot.
We took black rice and ground it up with parsley inside, so then the roof actually looks like the roof with the little moss on underneath the shade. We're doing a new thing this year. We're actually using hemlock pine, real pine, and which is the state tree. So we've never used live entities on any of these floats before. And I thought it was really important to start tying in historical aspects or nuances from the state and whatnot into the float designs. I'm giving the opportunity for people to see that experience. So I think it's kind of cool how we've taken on that concept of doing this.
Crushed rice here.
The detailing for Independence Hall.
You can see the red pepper flakes.
That actually was in the Rose Parade. So when Westchester University marched in the parade in 2024, we had that panel in the parade, and I thought, well, let's just keep it and use it here. I was just taught as a young kid to love the flag, love the red, white, and blue.
Take that out.
And regardless of any political affiliation, what's the flag have to do with political affiliation? Nothing. My dad was a veteran. Every single relative served in either World War I, World War II, Korea, or Vietnam. So there's a long history there. So I feel them around me when I do all this kind of stuff. My father always took me to inaugural parades. Okay, so we would go to DC every 4 years. And to be surrounded by, you know, whether it was a Democratic president or a Republican president, we would see all those floats. I wish my parents were still living to experience this. I remember back in '76, and I was, what, 11 or 10? I just remember how much the magnitude of what you saw on television. You know, your jaw's on the floor. And to think here, many years later, I'm doing something that is like that. The Salute to Independence, oh my God. For that parade, we started working on that parade back in 2022. So it's been a long process and production. So this parade will be bigger, even bigger next year. And then, so next year, crazy?
Get the sesame seed on here first, make an assessment.
I'm just very dedicated to what I do.
And yeah,
Because I know that I have the ability to entertain masses. And I don't take, you know, I don't have an ego, I don't have an attitude, I don't have any of that kind of stuff. I just want to do things for the greater good.
tell me it's Vince.